In the last video I showed you how to grind the bean. This time I'm going to show you how to make the cappuccino. Now the cappuccino is always going to be a little bit quicker, it's also going to be tastier, and that's exactly what we have here. We're back at Daytona for the new money method grinds in Gran Turismo 7 after update 1.40, and this one is a lot better. I'll tell you why. The car is quicker. We've got nitrous in the car, and also the Tomahawks are going to be quicker as well, which means they're not going to get in our way at all. All of this means we're going to have a quicker race time. We're going to be earning close to 5 million credits per hour with just a few laps every time in the race. Before we do get into it, I want to thank every single one of you that have subscribed and has supported throughout the last video. If you haven't done so yet, do go ahead and subscribe to the channel, but also do go ahead and leave a like, and also tell me in the comments down below what you think of this method, and is there anything else that you have found out there that is maybe even a little bit quicker. Now for this one, you're going to need the Cappuccino from 1991. It's a Suzuki. You usually find it in a used car dealership. It wasn't there at the time of recording, so do keep checking. They do update this quite regularly. And once you've got it, you're ready to go into the next stage. The next stage is to go into GT Auto, and in here, in the car maintenance and service section, you're going to need to go and do the engine swap. Once you do that, you get this engine here. I'm not going to read it out to you, but it's from the RX-7. Go ahead and install it, and once you've installed it, you've got to do the usual and watch these mechanics pick up this, chuck it in there, and look how quick they have changed that engine. Absolutely stunning how they do that. Once you've done it as well, you then need to go into the car customization section. I've made this a little bit easier for you so you can get your wings and your alloys and your splitters. Pop into the livery section, content search, and type in the word chunky, CHUNKY. Do a content search and you should be greeted with this lovely lime green machine. It has all the parts on there. It will add it all for you. Don't need to go and worry about anything else. And once you're done, you're ready to go into the tuning shop. From the tuning shop, there's a few things that you're going to need to buy. We're going to start off by going and getting the weight reduction stage 1 from the sports section. It's a couple of levels of sport weight reduction. We'll get them as we go. From the club sport, we're going to need to go and get the weight reduction stage 2. And we're going to need to get some ballast. Now the ballast, I didn't really use it in this build, so you don't probably need to get it. And then once we've done that, we're going to go over into the semi-racing, get the increase the body rigidity, and add weight reduction stage 3. From the racing, we're going to get the engine balance tuning, the polish ports, the anti-lag system. We're going to get the racing intercooler, the racing air filter, and the silencer or muffler wherever you are, the racing exhaust manifold, the fully customizable suspension, and the fully customizable racing transmission. We'll also need the racing soft tires for this one, so go ahead and get them. From the extreme, we're going to get the nitrous, and from the ultimate, we're going to get the carbon propeller shaft. Now you could probably get the ultimate high-end RPM, but I didn't get it for this one. From the tuning, we're going to get the racing softs at the front, and then just make sure you change the suspension sections to this. The downforce is at 0 at the front and 50 at the rear. That's all you can do. The minimums, output adjustment on the nitrous to 50 and the gearing to 500. Now go ahead, take a screenshot of this. That's all you need for your gearing, and that will get this car running nice and smooth. From the next section, we just need to go and make sure the anti-lag system is set to strong, and we're good to go with the Cappuccino. Again, with this is a 2-car build, so we need to go into Brand Central, and we're going to need to buy the second car. So in the Americas section, it is the Dodge, and we need to go into the showroom and pick out this car here. It's the Tomahawk SRT XV GT. I've gone for this in the white and the lime green. That's the color I prefer. You probably guessed why that is. And then we'll get delivered the car. Now this is quite important as well. You get these little points here, which I will touch on in just a second. We do want to try and get that collector level up to 50. From there, we're going to go into the tuning shop, and we're going to need to buy one part. And make sure you have the fully customizable racing transmission on for this car. It's 21,000 credits. And then once you've done that, you're ready to go into the garage and tune the settings on the Tomahawk. Again, make sure it's got the racing softs. Check this section here that all matches to what's on there. Just press pause, and then we're going to need to put the top speed to 500. From there, this is your gearing that you're going to use. This gearing will allow the Tomahawk to go a little bit faster. It makes it easier for you, and it still also means that the Tomahawk won't beat you in the race. You might have noticed that we've partnered with GT Omega, and they've given us a discount code so you can use for 5% off at checkout. But at the moment, they're doing a Black Friday deal with up to 40% discount. That means this Pro Series Gen 2 chair that they've just released not very long ago is at a steal. It's $149.95. You get it in PVC in different colour stitching. You can get the red, the blue, the green, or you can get it in fabric with these amazing colours here. Take this blue one here, add that to your checkout. Look at this, type in Chunky GT and you get a further discount on top of what you already have. Absolutely amazing. Go and check out the details down in the description down below and we'll get back to the video for you. From there, we're ready to go and set it up, and we're going to go into World Circuits. From World Circuits, we're going to go into the Americas as usual, pop over across into Daytona International Speedway, and then we're going to need to make sure that we've got the car that we're going to use down here. We want the Cappuccino in that section. This section here, you want to probably do all the golds and also collect to level 50. This will mean that you will get the highest payouts. The level 50 will mean that you can do the engine swaps, so you can't do the engine swap without level 50. Go into tri-oval, set this to 10 laps. You can do more. I have found that the more laps you do, the more you do get paid out. So put your starting grid to 20th, and the rolling distance doesn't really matter for me because if I change it, it goes back to 50. And then we want to change the nitrous all the way up to 10 times. This is quite important, and you will see why during the race. Once we go down, we're going to need to get equal conditions on and scroll down a bit further, and we're going to do the rival selection. We want to change this to select from garage. Click on open and change each one of these cars to the Tomahawk that you have tuned. Now I've got a few Tomahawks, so make sure you are doing the one with the tune you've just made. And once you've done that, at the bottom of the list, there should be only one car that you don't need to do that to. It goes up to 282, and then you need to change it to professional level. That's where you get the additional credits. This bit here stays the same, and then I would recommend go in and save these settings. I've done Daytona glitch for the Suzuki. You don't have to do that, but what it does mean is every time you want to do the race, you go in, click load, and the settings are there ready for you to go. It just makes life easier if you're grinding. If you're grinding, you want to make credits fast, so you don't want to be changing these settings very often. So go ahead, do that, and then you will have that a lot easier next time. Into the actual race itself. Now the race, you will find that the car will be a lot slower compared to the Tomahawk off the line, but look at this. I've pressed the nitrous button straight away and I can keep that finger pressed all the way through. Now we will get past the Tomahawks at the end of lap 1. Very key thing here to worry about is don't make any contact with the Tomahawk. Making contact with them will likely make you lose your bonus, and also if you go under that yellow line. So just go ahead, make sure you cleanly pass them. I had a bit of a tight squeeze here. The car is just about the right sort of width to get past without any contact. Again, going touching the wall doesn't really make you lose your bonus. But look at the lap times that we're doing. They're very consistent. Once you're in clean air and you don't have the Tomahawk to worry about, consistently in the 37s, 37.1s. By the time you get to the end, look at this, the Tomahawks are nowhere in sight, so you don't need to worry about them. And look at the nitrous, I've still got plenty, so you can actually do a slightly longer race without having to worry about your nitrous running out. That's the end of the race, and what happens at the end, we finished miles ahead of everyone else. And we got the clean race bonus, just under $500,000 for 6.5 minutes worth of work. Not bad, is it? All in all, a quality build. This car is absolutely stunning for this race. It grips to the track like there's no tomorrow. The car just grips, so you can keep it in top gear all the way through. Keep your finger on the nitrous and you don't have to worry about just letting go. So hope you've enjoyed that. If you haven't checked out my previous video with the Mini, it's going to be linked up here. And also check out this other video to the right hand side. Do go ahead and leave the like button. Comment down below, tell me what you think of this build. And also, if you haven't yet, do go ahead and subscribe to the channel. I've been Chunky. Hope you've enjoyed the video and I'll see you on the next one. Chunky out.